Hello, I am GameSaucer and welcome to a new series I title Let's Build Akoria. This land right here is just some island in the middle of nowhere in a world I've named Akoria. It's pretty lush, and soon I'll start building here. I've picked out a nice spot to start building, and I'll start with one big tower, which will be the cornerstone of a, well, I'm not really sure what it's going to be right here. I'll put a palace on the hill. The tower right there, I think I'm going to make it a clock tower or something. It's rather big, probably one of the biggest structures in town. Anyway, I extend the wall right there, make a little sentry tower, and then go through the hill right over here to end up on the other side. And on the other side I make something similar, just to make the wall end there, you know, give it a proper end in a sensible place. And then I go over to here because I suddenly decide that the river needs some work, and I just connect those two parts with some TNT. Sorry for going a bit all over the place here. I continue there, filling out that sentry tower, which I make into a gateway, and then I continue building out this wall around the palace grounds all the way to the other end. And then I build another tower, not quite as high as the other one, but it's pretty sizable. And well, that's mostly the wall done there. But now I decide I need some bridges to connect the several districts of the town that this is going to be. I'm not sure what I'm naming it yet, but I got a pretty good idea of what the separate districts will be. The part that we're looking at now will be probably the docks, where ships will be able to come. After all, this is an island. And this part right here will be commercial mostly. And on the other side of the river right there will be some lower class residential likely. So I'm building a bridge to connect it all up. And then I'm filling in some part of the river because I want that river to go an entirely different way. I'm not happy with the way Minecraft just puts river from part of the sea to another part of the sea. That just doesn't work for real life. Luckily there's a mountain biome nearby, and I'm going to put the river over there at some point. But for now I'm just filling it in. Probably should have used World Edit, but I didn't have it installed at the time. I installed it right afterwards because I thought never again. Anyway, we're now flying over pretty close to the mountain biome and over to the bay. And I'm building a bridge across it. Not quite pleased with the place, so I put it somewhere else, and that's going to be a bigger bridge to somewhat what's going to be the industrial area over there, the far island. And I want to build another bridge to the docks, and then we sweep around to the palace again, and I start clearing it out and lay the groundwork for this building. It's going to be the palace proper. And I make a plan for a second floor right away. I'm going to end up changing a little bit over time, but that's mostly it for now. Make a little bit of a plan for some side buildings, which will be for some servants likely that'll live near the palace grounds. But now I'll start building a wall, and this wall, I already had a bit of a plan for it. Use some World Edit, which I had installed at this point. Just to copy it all over, and I start detailing it, going for a sandstone and brick feel. Not sure exactly why, but I had some association with sea and with coral, and I wanted it to be a sort of bright thing, not your typical medieval town. So I wanted it to be a little bit interesting, and I had some beacons for lightning, a path up to the doors of the castle, the palace, You see me detailing it a little bit, adding in some patches, and adding a wall, sculpting it into the hill a little bit, and then I start working on the stables. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with this, but I ended up with something pretty decent, I think. I'm going to change the roof later on, and the inside is pretty interesting too. You see me detailing it a lot. Put some hay inside. I'm working on the lamppost a little bit. Not quite happy with how that turned out, so I changed it, put some banners on it, and it looked quite alright. So then I started on the walls, making some sandstone, adding some detail into them. I'll get around to changing that a little bit more later because it didn't quite sit right with me, but for now it's alright. And as you can see, we sweep around a little bit. It comes out quite a bit, and the walls are pretty wide overall. And I am right here using World Edit to sculpt that little cave down here a little bit, making it sort of overhang, very wide right now. And I'm going to keep that over there just to make it look pretty impressive, like that big palace right on top of a giant cave. I like that idea, so that's what I decided to go with. And right now I'm filling out the floors a little bit, getting ready for filling in the actual interior of the building, which I am going to do. But I got distracted again. I always get distracted, and build a little balcony first, and then a path downstairs all the way down to the cave, and another side path to the little buildings over there. So you see me spending a little bit of time on detailing that. And now I think I'm getting around to detailing the walls some more in a way that seems a little bit more interesting to me. And the straight walls are alright, they're easy to do. The diagonal walls are a little bit harder, so that's going to take a little bit more effort. But I get around to doing it. I'm changing the roof over there of the stables. I get around to doing it very soon, and I think I'm happy with how it turned out. And the logs, pretty similar to the straight sections, but a little bit more careful with how I'm making it look. And I'm adding some flags right there as a last thing. And here, a cinematic shot going right through the cave, up these stairs, and you'll see the wall again. There we go, with the flags on top. It looks pretty nice. And that's it for right now. I'll see you next episode, in which I'll continue the palace, hopefully finish it, and move on to the next part of this city in the world of Akoria. Thank you for watching. Until next time.